Veronica, the daughter of a prosperous banking mogul, basked in the glimmer of opulence. Born with a silver spoon in her mouth, she was the epitome of the privileged few, her life brimming with the kind of wealth and grandeur that most could only dream of. She was accustomed to being spoiled, her every whim attended to, her every desire gratified before it even fully formed on her lips. Veronica's world was one of extravagant soirees, designer clothes, and exorbitantly priced trinkets. She was a stranger to the word no, her existence a dizzying carousel of indulgence and excess. Every day was a new adventure in the world of privilege, with each sunrise unveiling a fresh opportunity to explore the boundaries of her lavish world. Her life was a kaleidoscope of opulence, punctuated only by the occasional dullness that boredom brought. But despite the glistening facade of her life, Veronica was untouched by the vain allure that her fortune presented. In a world where she was constantly pampered and spoiled, it was amidst the non-materialistic that Veronica found her true happiness. She found herself drawn to the simple yet profound world of Ethan, a young and fervent blogger. Ethan represented a stark contrast to the superficial glitter of her lifestyle. His spirit, untamed and exuberant, breathed life into her otherwise mundane, materialistic existence. His passion for the simple pleasures of life, his zest and his untethered spirit held an irresistible magnetism for Veronica. It was his unpretentious world, far removed from the gloss and the glamour of her own, that caught her fancy. His spirit, free and vibrant, captured her heart, binding them in a love that seemed invincible. However, this love story was not without its antagonist. This tale, rich in passion and romantic pursuit, revolved around the captivating character of Veronica. She was a woman of profound beauty and grace, her heart captivated by a man named Ethan. Ethan, unlike Veronica, was not born into wealth and privilege. Rather, he was a man sustained by his humble beginnings and solid work ethic, making him the epitome of the classic underdog. He had managed to steal Veronica's heart with his unwavering determination, charisma, and an unfiltered view of life that was alien to her sheltered existence. However, this equation of love was disrupted by Veronica's father. A man of stern principles, he lived a life bound by the rigid rules of society and status. To him, Ethan was nothing more than an unsuitable match for his precious daughter. His disapproval of Ethan was not subtle. He made it evident that Ethan, with his lack of wealth and social standing, was unworthy of his daughter's affections. His opinion wasn't based on the measure of Ethan's character, but rather his material possessions. In a bid to separate the two, Veronica's father devised a scheme. He presented Veronica with an ultimatum, attempting to manipulate her choice. This choice would dictate the course of Veronica's life. Would she choose a life of wealth without the man she deeply loved? Or would she dare to defy her father and societal norms, choosing a life with Ethan, stripped of her luxuries? A storm of emotions raged within Veronica. It was a tempest so fierce that it threatened to shatter her heart into 1,000 pieces. It was an emotional whirlwind, a maelstrom of feelings that stirred within her, incessantly and without mercy. The bitter taste of dread lingered on her tongue, and a profound sadness welled up within her, threatening to consume her entirely. Tears like shimmering pearls welled up in her eyes as her vision, previously clear and determined, started to blur. The world around her seemed to distort and warp, her surroundings becoming nothing more than a hazy canvas smeared with the colors of her pain. The tears trickled down her cheeks, leaving wet trails in their wake, a visible testament to the heart-wrenching emotion she was going through. Her heart, once light and filled with joy, was now a burden too heavy for her to bear. It weighed her down, each beat a painful reminder of the sorrow that coursed through her veins. It throbbed with an unbearable heaviness, the echo of each pulse a haunting lullaby of loss and despair. The decision she had to make was not an easy one. It was one filled with sacrifice, one that required her to leave her home, the place that was her sanctuary, her haven. She had to part ways with the life of luxury she had known, the comfort of familiar routines, the reassuring presence of faces she had grown to love and trust. It was a painful farewell, one that was fraught with uncertainty. But deep down, Veronica knew it was the only choice she had left. She made the difficult decision, one that would irrevocably change the course of her life. She embraced the unknown, bravely stepping forward into the void. She chose to leave, to carve a new path with Ethan, stepping away from the familiarity of her past. She chose courage over comfort, resilience over regret, hope over despair. She left her home, the life of luxury she had known, to carve a path of her own with Ethan. The journey was painful and filled with trials. Veronica, a woman of strength and grit, found herself caught in a whirlwind of challenges. The friends that she once cherished, the ones she shared laughter and tears with, turned their backs on her, unable to fathom the depth of her decision. They couldn't comprehend why Veronica decided to pursue a path that seemed fraught with difficulties. Yet what they failed to grasp was that her love for Ethan was the force guiding her, the driving force that fueled her resolve. It wasn't just a fleeting emotion but a deep-seated love, a love so profound that it gave her the strength to overcome any hurdle, any obstacle that dared to cross her path. But life wasn't done testing her yet. The trials did not end there. The sting of betrayal from Ethan, the man she had given her heart to, shattered her. Driven by his ambitions, his aspirations took precedence over their love, leaving Veronica heartbroken and alone. This heartbreak, paired with the exhaustion of working a demanding job under an unrelenting boss, pushed her to her limits. As she fought these challenges, her resilience, her determination was tested like never before. But the trials did not break her. Instead, they made her stronger, honing her resolve. Yet Veronica was not one to back down. Born into a humble yet ambitious family, she was her father's pride, his brave, resolute little girl. Veronica inherited his grit, his strength, and an unbending spirit that defined her character. Growing up, she was a beacon of tenacity and perseverance, facing every obstacle with a determination that was nothing short of inspiring. Each hurdle, each setback she encountered in her life was not a blockade, but a stepping stone that made her stronger, more formidable. As she stepped into adulthood, her inherent capabilities began to shine brightly in the unfeeling, often brutal, corporate world. Veronica, the quiet, determined woman, began to turn heads. Her intelligence, her drive, her ability to remain unfazed in the face of adversity won her the respect and admiration of her colleagues. They began to see the steel in her, the resilience that was as much her identity as her name. Even her boss, as difficult and unyielding as he was, began to recognize her potential. His initial skepticism turned into grudging respect, and eventually, admiration. As Veronica, the girl who had once been dismissed as a dreamer, painstakingly rebuilt her life from the ground up, she stumbled upon a realization, a profound truth. True happiness was not found in material wealth or societal expectations, but in the strength to live life on her own terms, despite adversity. Fate, it seems, had its own plans. A master of surprise, it decided to weave a story that would leave Veronica and Ethan astounded. In the bustling city, amidst the chaos of life, they found each other once again, as if by some cosmic design. For them, it was like a scene straight out of a movie. The protagonists brought together by unforeseen circumstances, their destinies intertwined irrevocably. Their unexpected reunion was more than just a mere coincidence. It was a chance for them to heal, to reconcile the wounds of the past and rekindle the flame that was once extinguished. They were different people now, shaped and molded by their individual experiences, yet the memory of their love still lingered. The pain of their past played a crucial role in their reconciliation. It was a stark reminder of the mistakes that they had made, but rather than letting it be a hindrance, they used it as fuel, a driving force to ensure that they didn't repeat their past mistakes. They were determined more than ever to make their love work. They rebuilt their relationship, but this time, it was different. They were not the same naive lovebirds they once were. This time they built on a stronger foundation, one that was fortified with mutual growth and understanding. They learned to listen, to compromise, and most importantly, to grow together. They rebuilt their relationship, this time on a foundation of mutual growth and understanding. Veronica's journey was far from easy. It was a journey of love, resilience, and choice. She learned that the hardest decisions often lead to the most rewarding outcomes, and that true love can weather the harshest storms. Thus, Veronica's tale stands as a testament to the human spirit, a beacon for those in the relentless pursuit of love and happiness amidst a world filled with challenges. A reminder that no matter the adversity, love always finds a way. In the enchanting town of eastern Laos, a tale of love unfolds between the spirited Lina and the gentle Mark. Nestled amidst verdant hills and radiant sunsets, this magical town was an idyllic canvas for their budding romance. Lina, with her fiery spirit and sparkling eyes, was a vision of vibrant energy and unyielding courage. Mark, on the other hand, with his calm demeanor, radiated a soothing aura of tranquility. Their contrasting personalities painted a picture as vivid and intricate as the Laos landscapes themselves. Their paths first intertwined on a fateful day, during a traditional Buddhist festival. Amidst the laughter, music, and communal camaraderie, their eyes met, a spontaneous moment that would forever alter their lives. As the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, their bond grew stronger and deeper than the mighty Mekong River that flowed through the heart of their town. Their conversations covered a range of topics, from their dreams and aspirations to their fears and struggles. Their love story was a beautiful tapestry of shared moments, stolen glances, and whispered words of affection. It was complex, reflecting the reality of relationships, filled with ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. Like two halves of a whole, they complemented each other, their differences fueling their mutual growth and understanding. Their bond was seemingly unbreakable, as enduring and resilient as the bedrock upon which their enchanting town stood. Yet love is not without its trials. It is at times an uphill climb, a relentless journey that requires strength and determination. Their connection was one such example, a story of love that had to endure the test of time and distance. A relationship forged in the fires of passion, yet continually tested by circumstances beyond their control. The geographical gulf that separated them, a physical manifestation of the challenges they had to overcome. It strained their bond, but it did not break it. It tested their commitment, yet it did not falter. They had to navigate through a maze of conflicting priorities, each decision a battle between heart and mind. Choices had to be made, sacrifices endured, priorities reassessed, yet the love they shared made every decision bearable, every sacrifice worth the pain. The decisions were tough, the conflicts many, but their resolve was unyielding. No hurdle was too high, no obstacle too daunting. Through every trial, through every challenge, their love grew stronger. It was as if every tribulation was fuel for their burning love, every adversity a catalyst for their unwavering devotion. Their love story is a testament to the power of love, its resilience, its endurance. Through every challenge, their love grew stronger, their commitment to each other unwavering. However, a twist of fate was waiting in the wings. A series of events were unfolding without Lena's knowledge that would change the course of her life forever. Unbeknownst to her, she was being methodically drawn into an intricate snare of duplicity. Each step she innocently took was leading her deeper into the labyrinth of deceit woven by unseen hands, meticulously layering falsehood upon falsehood, entangling her further. Caught in this complex trap, she inadvertently inflicted deep emotional wounds on the one person who had always stood by her, Mark. Unaware of the situation's true nature, her actions had inadvertently caused immense distress to the man who held the highest place in her heart. He, who had once been her beacon of hope and strength, now bore the brunt of her unintentional deception. The pain she had unintentionally inflicted was mirrored in his eyes, a constant reminder of her betrayal. Overwhelmed by guilt, a painful realization hit her like a bolt of lightning. She had wronged Mark, the man she loved more than anyone else. This betrayal was something she could never forgive herself for. The realization was devastating and brutally sobering. It shook her to her core and made her question every single decision she had made. This single act of betrayal, intentional or not, had caused a seismic shift in their relationship, causing it to waver at its very foundation. Overcome with guilt, she realized she had betrayed Mark, causing their relationship to falter. Doubts and insecurities started gnawing at their bond, fueled further by adversaries who wished to see their love crumble. This was a love that was tested not by the usual circumstances, but by a cocktail of mystery, deception, and the cunning of those around them. With every passing moment, their relationship, once considered unshakable, seemed to be at the mercy of the storm that brewed around them. Believing in their love, they faced it together, every moment harder than the last. Their bond, once as easy as breathing, now required effort, an effort that was beginning to take its toll on them. There were times when the gleam in their eyes would dim, when their laughter would falter, the mirth of their past replaced by the somber reality of their present. Their adversaries, who once masqueraded as friends, now turned foes. Their once congenial faces were now filled with malice. Each one, adding to the flames of discord, seemed hell-bent on watching their love crumble to dust. Whether it was out of jealousy, spite, or some twisted form of satisfaction, it mattered not. For their goal was singular: to see them torn apart. In this labyrinth of treachery and deceit, they found themselves lost, struggling to hold on to the remnants of their love. Their once secure world was now a maze from which they desperately sought an escape. But amidst these trials, they held on to each other, hoping against hope that their love could withstand it all. Their devotion was put to the ultimate test, the test that not only threatened their bond, but also their faith in the love they had nurtured together. In the end, all they had was their love and the hope that it was strong enough to survive the storm. In their darkest hour, unexpected allies emerged, offering guidance and support. From the shadows of despair, these newfound friends surfaced with an aura of optimism. With their wisdom and courage, they presented a different perspective, a shift in the narrative. Their conviction was infectious, breathing life into a situation that seemed all but lost. This was not a simple act of charity, but rather a testament to the power of unity, of shared strength. It was a poignant reminder that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, the human spirit cannot be easily vanquished. These gestures sparked not just a glimmer, but a brilliant blaze of hope, a beacon in the storm. It was a testament to the notion that love, when nurtured with care and respect, holds the power to overcome any adversity. As Lena grappled with her guilt, she found herself submerged in a sea of self-doubt and apprehension. Her mind was a whirlwind of questions, pondering about the complexity of love and forgiveness. The love they had nurtured seemed like a distant memory, shrouded by the current storm of resentment and heartache. The guilt that gnawed at her conscience was overwhelming, threatening to swallow her whole. She pondered whether their love, which was once as solid as a rock, could withstand this raging storm. They had prided themselves on their relationship, which until now had been harmonious and fulfilling, but now, a rift had formed, a crevice so deep that it seemed impossible to bridge. She questioned the strength of their bond, its ability to withstand tests of time and circumstances. Could they mend this rift? Could they rebuild the shattered pieces of their relationship, restoring it to its former glory? The answer lay not in the immediacy of their predicament but in their resilience. Their ability to face the tempest, to find their way out of the storm, the ability to forgive, to understand, to mend, and to heal, their willingness to fight for their love, to risk everything for the chance to bring back the harmony that once existed. The answer lay in their resilience and their ability to forgive. Their journey became a testament to the power of love and forgiveness, a saga that embedded itself deeply into the annals of time. This was not just an ordinary tale, but a story filled with desperate pleas that reverberated through the silent nights and echoed in the depths of their hearts. It was a narrative woven with impressive details, each thread hiding an unexpected turn, each twist representing a new challenge they faced. Their path was strewn with obstacles, their way shadowed by the uncertainty of the future. Yet, their resolve never faltered. They remained steadfast, their hearts beating to the rhythm of a shared dream. The sacrifices they made were heart-wrenching, a testament to their unwavering dedication. The pain was immense, but the hope of a shared future pushed them forward. Together, they longed for a resolution that would erase the distance between them, that would sew the fractures of their broken hearts back together. They yearned for a love that would resist the passing of time, a love that would stand strong against the cruel winds of fate, a love that defied all odds. The future of their love hung in the balance, teetering between the warmth of affection and the crushing weight of their emotions. They needed to face their fears, confront their past, and rebuild their shattered trust. Their journey was one of self-discovery, where forgiveness and acceptance were the only lifelines. For only when they found peace within themselves could they begin to heal their relationship. Lena and Mark's love story is a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and resilience. It's a tale of a love that faced numerous challenges, yet emerged stronger with each hurdle. It's a reminder that love, in its truest form, can conquer all. The trials they faced only served to strengthen their bond, proving that true love can withstand the strongest of storms. Have you ever forgotten something that changed your life forever? Let's take a moment to paint a picture, a lively, vibrant, and bustling cityscape, filled with the sounds of life, echoes with the dreams of 1,000 souls. This city is Hesterville, a colorful metropolis where ambitions and realities coexist to form a stunning tapestry of life. In the heart of this city, we find a young woman, an art student named Emily. Born and raised in Hesterville's vibrant neighborhoods, Emily is an individual who embodies the spirit of the city with her lively, energetic, and artistic nature. She is not just a dreamer but a creator, known far and wide in the city for her exceptional creative talent. An artist, a sculptor, a painter, Emily is all of these and more. Her work is a reflection of her heart, her soul, and her experiences, a beautiful amalgamation of the world around her and the world within her. But alas, Emily isn't perfect. She has a flaw, one that is endearing yet troublesome. Emily is absent-minded. Her head is always in the clouds, lost amongst her creations, her dreams, and her thoughts. This trait of hers, cute as it may be, often led her into trouble. From missing deadlines to forgetting her brushes at home, Emily's absent-mindedness was a constant companion in her artistic journey. And then came that fateful day, a day that started as usual, with Emily lost in her own world of colors and dreams. Amidst the chaos of the city and her own mind, Emily had overlooked something crucial, something that would soon change her life. She had forgotten to buy the much-needed watercolor paints for her upcoming project. For some it might seem trivial, something that can be fixed with a quick trip to the store. But for Emily, it was different. It was not just about the paints. It was about the looming deadline, the pressure and the expectations. It was about her journey, her dreams, and her ambitions. It was a mistake that was about to change her life forever. Have you ever forgotten something that changed your life forever? One day she realized she had overlooked buying the much-needed watercolor paints for her upcoming project. In haste, she left the art campus, sprinting towards the nearest art supply store. The sun was beginning to set, and the sky painted a beautiful orange hue, casting long shadows on the bustling streets. As she panted and ran through the maze of city streets, the world around her seemed to blur. Artistic inspiration could come at any moment, and Emily, our young protagonist, was in desperate need of new supplies. Unbeknownst to her, this seeming trivial oversight had caught the attention of a notorious art thief syndicate. The syndicate was known to operate in the underbelly of the art world, taking advantage of artists' vulnerability and their precious creations. They had a reputation for being ruthless, always lurking around art schools and galleries, preying on unsuspecting victims. Their crimes were often silent but deadly, leaving a trail of fear and devastation in their wake. Emily, caught in a whirlwind of confusion and fear, found herself surrounded by armed men on the busy streets. It was a terrifying sight. The bustling streets suddenly seemed eerily silent as the armed men closed in on her. The glow of the setting sun made their silhouettes appear larger, adding to the impending doom. The world seemed to stand still around Emily. The men's cold, ruthless eyes stared back at her, their malicious intent clear as day. Heart pounding in her chest, fear gripped her, but she refused to back down. The art world was an unforgiving place, but she had never expected to face such a threat. The very idea that her passion could attract such danger was petrifying. She was just an artist, caught in the crossfire of greed and ambition. However, before she could even react, a mysterious stranger intervened. A man named Gabriel with a mechanical arm and a scar marking his face. He moved with a deftness, his mechanical arm a whirlwind of motion. His scar was a grim reminder of his past, a past marred with violence and loss. Gabriel, a relic of a forgotten time, found himself drawn to Emily's plight. He knew the syndicate all too well and understood the danger Emily was in. His eyes reflected a determination, a resolve to protect Emily and her art. Gabriel, a former secret agent, had been on the trail of the art thief syndicate responsible for numerous high-profile global art heists. His life was shrouded in intrigue and danger, an existence that was a far cry from the mundanity that most people knew. Now in the heart of the city, he found himself in the company of Emily, a woman who had inadvertently landed herself in a world of peril due to her forgetfulness. He leaned back in his chair, studying the perplexed woman seated across from him. Emily, an artist by trade and usually lost in her own world, had become an accidental player in a dangerous game. Gabriel had been tracking the syndicate for years, trying to gather enough evidence to bring them down. He was well aware of the syndicate's vast network and their knack for covering their tracks masterfully. And now, he had Emily to worry about. He explained to Emily the gravity of her situation, detailing how her absent-mindedness had led the syndicate to mistakenly identify her as an undercover agent. The words seemed to hang in the air, their weight settling over Emily like an oppressive blanket. She had known her lack of memory could be problematic, but she had never imagined it could potentially put her life in danger. The cafe they sat in, once a symbol of solace and comfort, turned into a vortex of fear and uncertainty. In an attempt to shed more light on the situation, Gabriel began to unravel the intricate web of the art forgeries and organized crime. As they sat at a corner table in the nearby cafe, Gabriel introduced Emily to this hidden world. He spoke of stolen masterpieces, of shadowy figures slipping in and out of the most secure museums, of secret transactions in dimly lit rooms. Every word painted a vivid image of a world Emily had never known existed. Her artistic skills, he explained, had unintentionally drawn the syndicate's attention. They believed she held secret insights into their illicit operations. The innocent sketches she made had taken on a sinister meaning in the eyes of the syndicate. Unbeknownst to her, Emily had found herself at the crossroads of art and crime, her life taking a twisted turn. It was a harsh reality that she would have to face, all because her art had become a contentious beacon in the dark underworld. Thus began the thrilling adventure of Emily and Gabriel. The duo, two kindred spirits bound by an insatiable curiosity, ventured into the shadowy depths of the art underworld. Their journey was not marked by the simplicity of exploration, but rather it was a pilgrimage into the recesses of their identities, a quest for self-discovery that they unknowingly embarked on. Emily, a vibrant soul with a keen eye for art, was an enigma who harbored a deep-seated passion for mystery and intrigue. Her spirit was as vivacious as the strokes of a Van Gogh painting. Gabriel, on the other hand, was a cautious entity. He had a mind that was as finely tuned as a Stradivarius violin, always ready to dissect the most intricate of puzzles. Together they formed a captivating dichotomy, a mix of fire and ice, a fusion of audacity and caution. Their alliance, a delicate tapestry of trust and shared secrets, gradually evolved into a profound bond. Like the entwining vines of a creeping ivy, their connection thrived on a solid foundation of shared experiences and hidden truths. Their experiences in the grimy, dangerous alleyways where art and crime intermingled began to shape their understanding of each other. Their companionship, initially a circumstantial arrangement, began to throb with a stronger pulse. Stolen glances punctuated their perilous encounters. Each one became a testament to their growing fondness for each other. These were not just mere exchanges of looks, they were silent conversations, declarations of their shared emotions. The chaos around them provided a stark contrast to their blooming romance, their feelings growing like a lotus in a murky pond. As they waded deeper into the maelstrom of danger, they discovered the true power of love. It was not just an emotion experienced in tranquility, but a potent force that could thrive amidst chaos and danger. Their love story, a symphony played on the strings of thrill and passion, was a testament to the fact that love can bloom in the most unexpected of places and circumstances. Thus began the thrilling adventure of Emily and Gabriel, and thus they discovered the true power of love amidst chaos and danger. Emily's forgetfulness, initially perceived as a flaw, proved to be a catalyst for a destiny beyond her wildest dreams. As the watercolor paints faded into insignificance, the vibrant hues of love and adventure painted their lives together, forever etching their names in the annals of love's captivating tale. Emily and Gabriel's adventure, born from a chance encounter fueled by forgetfulness, serves as a reminder that even amidst the darkest circumstances, love has a way of turning ordinary lives into extraordinary adventures. Their story, a testament to the unpredictability of life and the transformative power of love, continues to inspire and captivate long after the final brushstroke. Once upon a time, in a quaint eastern Laos village nestled amid emerald-green rice fields and towering mountains, a young woman named Maya lived. She was a creature of radiant beauty and unyielding spirit, mirroring the lush landscape of her home. Her large almond eyes held a depth of wisdom beyond her years, a testament to the ancient culture etched on her heart. Maya was not just an ordinary woman. Within her heart she harbored a deep secret, a clandestine sentiment that she held for many years, like a precious gem hidden in the depths of the earth. This was no ordinary secret. It was one that was as beautiful as it was complex. It was a secret that was as profound and enduring as the mighty Mekong River flowing through her village. The object of this secret was none other than her best friend, Ethan, who also happened to be her older brother. Ethan was a paragon of virtues. His tall stature was rivaled only by his towering strength of character. He was known for his wisdom, which was as deep as the river that shaped their lives, and his kindness, which was as warm as the tropical sun that graced their land. Their bond as siblings was unshakable, as solid as the ancient temples that adorned their village. Through thick and thin, they stood by each other, their bond acting as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Maya found herself in awe of Ethan's kindness and protective nature. To her, he was not just a brother, but a guardian angel, a pillar of strength, and a source of unconditional love. However, as the hands of time continued their relentless march, and the seasons morphed from warm sunny days to cool moonlit nights, a subtle shift occurred in Maya's heart. Her affection for Ethan evolved into something much deeper and complex. It was a transition as subtle as the changing of seasons, as captivating as the blooming of flowers, and as mysterious as the night sky. She yearned for his touch, a yearning as fierce as the monsoon winds that lashed over their village. It was an attraction that was as magnetic as the stars that lit up their night skies. The innocent times of their childhood had morphed into an emotional whirlpool that tugged at Maya's heartstrings whenever he was near. Whenever Ethan was nearby, she felt a wave of warmth envelop her, as if she were being wrapped in a cocoon of his love. This profound love was her secret, a secret that made her heart flutter like a hummingbird, and her cheeks flush like the crimson sunset over the Mekong. It was a secret as ancient as the stars and as enduring as the mighty river that flowed through their village. It was a secret that was her life's greatest joy and her heart's deepest torment. Once upon a time, in a quaint eastern Laos village, a young woman named Maya lived. She nurtured a deep secret in her heart for many years. This secret was her profound love for her best friend Ethan, who also happened to be her older brother. Their bond as siblings was unshakable. Maya found herself in awe of Ethan's kindness and protective nature. However, as the hands of time continued their relentless march, Maya's affection for Ethan evolved into something much deeper and complex. She yearned for his touch and felt a wave of warmth envelop her whenever he was nearby. Fate, being the unpredictable force it is, took a sudden turn when Ethan revealed his plans to marry his longtime love, Sarah. This news, akin to a thunderbolt from a clear sky, shattered Maya's heart into countless irreparable fragments. The impact was so profound that Maya felt as if her world was tilting off its axis, the solid ground beneath her feet turning into quicksand. She was in love, deeply in love with Ethan, an emotion she had nurtured secretly within the quiet confines of her heart. The reality of his impending nuptials was a stark reminder of the unrequited nature of her affection. As the weeks rolled on, the wedding preparations gradually gained momentum, transforming into a whirlwind of activity that threatened to sweep Maya off her feet. She found caught in the eye of this storm, struggling to maintain equilibrium amidst the upheaval. All around her, there was the joyous bustle of anticipation and excitement, but within her, an ocean of pain was in turmoil. She wore a brave smile, but beneath that veneer of resilience, her heart was a battleground, a sea of silent suffering. It was a painful conflict between her loyalty to her family, who were blissfully unaware of her love for Ethan, and her unspoken feelings, hidden away in the deepest recesses of her heart. The wedding day dawned, resplendent and beautiful, as if mocking her internal despair with its external grandeur. The air was thick with the scent of freshly bloomed flowers, the joyous laughter of their friends and family echoing through the air. It felt as if the universe was in tune with the melody of their happiness, oblivious to the cacophony of heartbreak that was her reality. As Ethan and Sarah exchanged their vows, Maya was a silent observer, a spectator to her own heartbreak. She held back a flood of tears, stubbornly refusing to let them surface, as they whispered their promises of eternal love. In her heart, she wished them a life filled with happiness and love, even though each word was a dagger to her heart. And as she watched them embark on their new journey together, she couldn't shake off the gut-wrenching feeling that this was just the beginning of a turbulent journey for all. Little did she know, this was just the beginning of a turbulent journey for all. In the aftermath of the wedding, Ethan and Sarah's relationship was subjected to numerous tests. The toll of the grand ceremony had barely subsided when external forces began to infringe upon their bond. The world around them seemed determined to examine and question their newfound unity. Their relationship was no longer just about them, family, friends, society. Everyone had an opinion, each more confusing and conflicting than the last. In the midst of this chaos, Maya found herself in the eye of this storm. She was a character of intrigue and complexity, and her role in their lives evolved rapidly. Initially, she was just another guest at the wedding, a face in the crowd swept up in the joyous celebration. However, as time passed, her relationship with Ethan and Sarah grew deeper. She was an unexpected pillar of support for both, providing them solace and advice as they navigated through their marital turbulence. Maya's presence led to a whirlwind of emotions that surrounded Ethan and Sarah. Their peaceful life was disrupted by a storm comprising love, hatred, friendship, and power. These elements coiled around them like serpents, complicating their once simple existence. They were forced to confront feelings they didn't understand, and face situations they were ill-prepared for. The line between friend and foe blurred as loyalties were put to the test. The trust that they had built their relationship on was upended, crumbling under the weight of dishonesty and deceit. Relationships were strained, friendships were tested, and family bonds were pushed to the brink. The dynamics of power relationships were scrutinized, leading to uncomfortable confrontations and revelations. In these trying times, Maya's love for Ethan evolved into a bittersweet mixture of strength and torment. Her affection for him grew, but so too did her pain. She found herself caught between her loyalty to Sarah and her feelings for Ethan. As the narrative progressed, the characters were thrown into emotional turmoil. They navigated through the euphoria of love and the abyss of betrayal. Amidst the chaos, they experienced moments of joy, sorrow, rage, and regret. The familial bonds were strained, and the dynamics of power within relationships were scrutinized. Their journey was a testament to the resilience of love and the destructive potential of deceit. Amid the ensuing chaos, Maya and Ethan found comfort in their shared experiences. They delved deep into their emotions, questioned societal norms, and realized the profound depth of their bond. The line separating friendship and romance became increasingly blurred. The turning point arrived when Maya summoned the courage to confess her feelings to Ethan. This was the moment that could potentially alter their lives forever. Would Ethan reciprocate her feelings, or would their relationship change irrevocably? In the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, Maya and Ethan chose to stand together. They defied societal expectations, choosing love over fear. Their journey was fraught with difficulties, but their love proved to be an unstoppable force. In this contemporary tale of friendship morphing into love, Maya and Ethan navigated the labyrinth of their emotions while dealing with the repercussions of their choices. It was a story that explored family dynamics, power dynamics, emotional upheaval, and the resilience of the human heart. In the midst of the turmoil, they took a bold step forward, defying all odds, and chose to embrace their love, despite societal disapproval. As it turns out, love is a force that can conquer all, even when it challenges the boundaries of the conventional.